Hey guys! So today I'm going to be doing an updates video. I know I've never done one before, so this is totally new to me, but probably not new to some of you age YouTubers out there. So I know I haven't done a doll college video in about 2 or 3 weeks from the date this is going to be posted. But good news, I am coming back with more. I just have not figured out how to word all of my things correctly. So I'm still working on that. But anyway, I thought I might as well give you a few updates, such as a Q&A that I will talk about at the very end of this video. Anyway, the other thing I needed to talk about that was pretty important was in my last doll college video, I think Homecoming Part 1 or Part 2, I talked briefly about the subject of doll college and them having to re-enroll. Well, I'm going to explain a little bit more in depth in this video about that. So let's get right into it. So let's first talk about human college versus doll college. In human college, you have to take up to 4 years of college, which is approximately 8 semesters, depending on if you take it all year or if you take a summer break. The average person who goes to college takes about 4 years of college, and that equals 8 semesters. However, doll college only requires 2 semesters, which is the equivalent of one year of college. So that's the first thing. The second thing is the semesters are shorter. So one semester of doll college is about the length of half a semester of human college. So human college, one semester would equal about 4 months. So one semester would equal 4 months. And doll college, one semester would equal 2 months. Oh, I spelled that wrong. So the months of human and dolls are the exact same, but their college is different, their schooling is different in the way I explain it. I don't know if anybody else has a different way, but that's just how I explain it. Anyway, that's the basics. Now, let's talk about other things such as small business. My dolls are going to be doing small business this year, so there is a lot I need to talk about. Small business for dolls requires 2 semesters. And the first semester you only have like one course, which was the basics, like introducing. And then the second semester has a lot more to it. And that's what we'll be talking about next. In the second semester of small business, it requires 5 different classes. But I will only be covering one class each video, and that will be equal about 5 videos. The first one is retail. They'll be talking about retail and how to do it. The second one is marketing. How to get their business out there and other things like that. The third thing is management. So like, how can they manage their business? The fourth thing is money dealings. Which would also include their math class, which means they have to take a second semester of math class as well. So it's not just small business. but they also have many other things to do. The final thing is important business qualities. So I'm just going to write business qualities. So those are the 5 basic things. I'm going to go ahead and write here math class, because that's pretty important as well. But yeah, so that's the basics for their small business. However, they need some skills, and some of the skills required is what I'm going to cover next. Now, there are 4 basic required skills needed for small business. The first one is presentation and report writing, which means they'll have to know how to write things really well. Presentation, report, writing. So that's the first skill. The second skill they need is resource management. I might have spelled that wrong. I don't know. Okay, so in resource management, that means they must be able to take care of the resources they have and be able to fix them if there's a problem. They also need to know how to recycle, so take their plastic bottles and maybe turn it into something for organization. Cut off the top, turn it into a pen holder. Simple. The third thing they need is self-motivation. Sometimes this can be hard, so that's why you work in groups, so you can have friends to help you with your self-motivation. But I think our dolls are good with that. And the final skill that is needed is interpretation of financial data or data. I don't know how you would pronounce that. I call it data or data, depending on what it sounds better. So they need to be able to interpret their financial data better in a way that they can be able to communicate and not be confusing. So, interpret financial data, which would also go into the math and graphing and such things like that. Presentation and report writing, so I'm going to go back to this one really fast, might include their English class. So they may have to take an English class if they did not get an 80 or higher. A resource management, they might have to go to science class. So if they didn't get an 80 or higher in that, they'll have to retake it as well. Self-motivation is kind of a thing that you have to prove when working in this class for small business, but interpreting financial data might be the most important thing because you need to know how to do your math. That's why they're taking math class again, even if they did pass it. And when researching, I realized the 3 main things that they will have to take or retake is math, speech. I know I didn't talk about that earlier in the video, but that one's really important as well. They need to be able to speak well when talking to their customers. And then small business, if they're going to be doing small business, of course. If they did not get an 80% or higher in either of these 2, then they have to retake those classes. So that means they don't pass them, they have to retake them. But our dolls are pretty smart, so I think they'll be okay. About that Q&A. So I'm going to be doing a question and answer video for 75 subscribers. There are 3 basic rules. Only 3. The first one is you must be subscribed. And in order for me to see that you are subscribed to my channel, you must have them public. Here is a picture of what it will look like if you know your subscriptions are public. Second of all, you must comment your questions on this video. I will leave it available so you guys can comment on this video. And hopefully YouTube does not mess that up, because I know sometimes they do. Thirdly, you must like this video. Well, that's all for now, guys. I really am excited to do this Q&A, so please help me get to 75 subs. Make sure to like this video, comment your questions, and be subscribed to my channel with them public in order for this to happen. Also, once the Q&A has happened, you can take away the publicity on your subscriptions. Well, that's all. Bye!